Professor Issei Sage, SAN, chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, on Sunday said the federal government should back up officials of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) with security agencies and send them back to Kogi State to ascertain the COVID-19 status of the residents. The Kogi State government had alleged that their attempt to declare fake COVID-19 cases in the state. When a delegation from the NCDC visited the state on Thursday night, Governor Bello asked the team to go on 14-day isolation or leave the state immediately. The team then returned to Abuja. However, speaking with Daily Independent, Sagewu described the action of the state government as an illegality, said Governor Yaya Bello was behaving as if he will win a prize if he continues to claim that the state has no single case of COVID-19. That is a clear act of illegality. It is a clear case of provoking a more powerful entity than yourself, and he got away with it. Even as a layman in medicine, nobody needs to tell me that Kogi State is probably full of COVID-19 infected people. From all that Yaya Bello is doing, is covering up. It's as if there's a prize he will win if he continues to say there's no single case of COVID-19 in the state. It is very childish and infertile art. Now, he's covering up, but what it means is that when the thing spread and death toll continues to rise like the case in Kano, then he will be overwhelmed and nobody will tell him before he crosses back to the federal government. What he did was illegal. He has no power to send back the NCDC officials who are acting under federal authority in this matter in which there is federal supremacy. If the federal government wants, it can send those NCDC officials back to Kogi State with full security and they will go in, do all the tests they want. Nobody will lift a finger against them. Nobody will talk. They will do the test well and be satisfied with the might and law behind them. So Yaya Bello is just testing an authority that is far higher than him, but he should thank God that we have an accommodating federal government. The NCDC officials know there are COVID-19 infected cases in the state and the whole thing is just a cover-up. I suspect it is the same situation in Cross River, he said. Even the way these people are even going about this whole thing, that is why the two governors are really suspecting these people. Why will Sage say there must be COVID-19 in those states? If they are not COVID-19, they are not COVID-19. Have they been hearing that people have been dying? Since how many months that this thing started? Even when the lockdown, almost how many phases of lockdown that had gone, that have passed, we have not heard anything of such. In other states too, in other countries, it is not everywhere that they have recorded COVID-19. Even in the United States that has a high rate of COVID-19, the numbers are so high there. It is not all the states. How many states do they have there? They have over 50 states thereabouts. It is not all the states that COVID-19 has really entered. So what is their problem? If there are no COVID-19 and people are, everything is fine, then why? I don't just know why they are doing all of this. Is that everywhere must be. It's unfortunate. That's my opinion, though. But they just need to take it easy. They want to take a full security down to the place. When they see illegality, they will not talk. But when they see things that people are trying to prove, they will start saying illegality and all of that. If there are no COVID-19, somebody who is sick cannot pretend about it. Somebody who is not happy cannot pretend about it. Of course, if there are COVID-19 in the state, definitely he will have money. They will give him money to provide for this. So even people themselves would have come out. The people would have come out. The residents in that place would have come out. Is it by force to go and be testing people? The other places, they've not been able to test them. Even in Kano and Lagos, that they are epicenters of this whole thing. How many tests have they carried out that they want to go and be getting Kogi people? How many tests have they been able to do to ascertain the numbers of infected people? They've not been able to, even round the country. What's the capacity of their testing kits that can really go that will be as fast as possible? So they are whole thing is just, the whole thing is just really it's really confusing. Let's hear what people are saying concerning this Sage advice, because he's always giving advice, whether he's giving wrong advice or right advice, but he just have to give advice to the federal government to do this, to do that. Someone says, see the person that is chairman against corruption, openly supports and furnish corrupt practices. That is why Nigeria cannot be good. A professor talking like a layman, send food security with the Ncdc back to Kogi to force people for testing or what? See how barbaric, full of illiteracy, this literate person is talking. Is such action constitutional? Professor fool our nation, yet we are still very backward. You can imagine, we are still very, very backward. May God help our country. Bad leaders everywhere. Why did Ncdc run away when the governor asked them to go for isolation? The same Ncdc preaching isolation, social distance, to the extent when Chinese doctors came to Nigeria, they were isolated for 14 days. Why? Because they came from where COVID-19 is. Let them tell us what is behind all this drama. We are tired of all this talk here and there. Another says here that you want to send full soldier to the place to do what? Yes, now to to test people by fire by force. That there's no way they will not have a COVID-19 infected people there. I'm really surprised. Someone says, as if Kogi people they fear security men. Not your fault. Don't really think you have entered Kogi before. Try it and they would burn and all your security men alive. It's like COVID-19 is the only means of getting money from home and abroad now. We have not heard mass burial of the people in Kogi. Is it possible for someone to be sick and be hidden and to hide it? Most COVID-19 cut across the country. Remember, everything has expiry dates. If Mr. Sage is insisting that there's COVID-19 cases in Kogi State, it too has been infected with all this nonsense talk. Mr. Sage, the yarn, I don't believe there is any COVID-19 cases in Nigeria again. All this is a mere political game. Please, when last did Sage took his COVID-19 test? That's what somebody is asking there. This man is a man they have paid. That is why you are talking like this. Kogi State governor didn't send them back. The Ncdc ran back because the governor said they should be tested and quarantined before they can carry out their assignments on Kogites. So, Sage, you are among the blood-sucking demons. Your evil plans will not work. Sage is mentally not okay, very economical with the truth. Why not declare your family member COVID-19 positive and leave Kogi alone? A big shame to voice out in this manner. No COVID-19 in Kogi State. What is a crime about it by intimidating states with security forces? COVID-19, not our portion. Someone said, now wow, for this country, call Nigeria. If someone said he doesn't have sickness, now by force, the thing is it's surprising, no? It's really, really surprising that they must use security to go back there, to go and test people by force. Not be by force, so leave Kogi alone. Can you go to River State and give this order? Is it by force to have a COVID-19? You can't threat Kogi's people. Bring your securities. We will confront them fire for fire. This man is making the second barbaric statement. What is with federal government and Kogi State, for God's sake? The governor said no coronavirus and the federal government are making an issue. Or if are we not supposed to be happy for the state? Okay, bring out the medicine you use to treat others who have been discharged. No coronavirus in my state. We are doing well. Okay, why do anyhow? Who do anyhow? We see anyhow. Okay, if you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. They want to use force to go and test people. Kogi State is not a place you people can come over and do anyhow. So really, I never knew that. Kogi people are very strong like that. So I hope they will not go there, because these people said they will not take anything at all from them. When you talk too much and you jump on everything, you goof. This professor just goof. The governor is managing his state very well and does not want to kill his people with panic. Do you do tests and end up there? What is NDC administering to those who they have discharged? Is coronavirus the only work the whole country is going to ground itself for? Okay. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning the advice Issei Sage is giving the federal government. Do you think that is the right thing to do? Leave your comment below and let's have your take. Thank you.